Peace and greetings, whomever might be listening to this. See, it look like to me like I'm not looking at the camera directly, but I am. All right, I'll see when I watch it back. So I came to speak on something real quick. I have something to do within the next 10 minutes, so I can't get long-winded. So that's helpful for me because I can sometimes be long-winded, most times. And that's why I feel like I'm meant to be on somewhere like YouTube or doing some sort of talking for part of my purpose because it comes with ease, naturally. I don't have a problem with it. I enjoy talking. So they say, if you love what you do for a living, you'll never work a day in your life. Hey, you heard that one? So, anyway, I'm speaking about social media right now. And I believe the title of this is going to be The Dangers of Social Media. But I don't know how I'm going to title it. So I'm going to see how the conversation goes or how my words go. Because I'm not going off a noose or anything. I'm off the top. And I think eventually I'm going to start going live soon. I don't care if it's 0 people. Not I don't care. But whether there be 0 people in the chat, 1 people, I don't even know if I can go live. I'm going to find out. But I figure I may as well start doing that because when I speak, I don't edit. I don't do retakes. It's very rare that I re-record something. So I'm like, I may as well go live, knock it out, and just be on here. So, all right, as far as social media is something that has to be handled with care in many, many ways. But I'm going to speak for my situation. I'm the type of person that I live not in a fearful manner because I'm not scared. I'm not a fear-based individual. It's very rare that I'm scared of anything at this point in my life. There was a time when I had many fears and phobias. I was petrified of bugs. I'm talking about petrified. You know, I was scared of dogs. I still am cautious with loose dogs, loose pit bull, you know, any little dog, not a little, if it's a little dog enough that I could kick, like if it was going to try to attack me, that I wouldn't be fearful. But any type of vicious dog that's loose or that has sharp teeth, I'm cautious. But I used to be petrified, so I had phobias and things like that. But in these last couple of years, all of that has been eradicated. I feel very protected. I'm not fear-based on anything, things that may be going on by, dark people in this world, wicked forces in this world, secret, all type of plans that's going on, the enemy and his plans, all of that. I don't fear any of that. So, not at all. Because I know who I am. I know who the Most High is. I know the God in me. I know da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm very secure in that and very faithful. So that's one thing. But so when I first came to social media, I was more fearful with the way I dealt with it because I know a lot of things about things that go on in this world and dangers and things like that. But I was coming from a more fearful place. But one thing I will continue to do, which you can't get fear mixed up with intelligence. Don't get fear mixed up in with moving moving thoughtfully. Okay? In this world where you have the YOLO, you only live once mentality, the I don't give a F mentality, I'm not scared of nothing, I'm real, I don't hold nothing back, da-da-da-da. People can start to think that means you just come on here and you just do whatever, you just let loose, you just da-da-da-da-da. But you have to recognize the tool that social media could be for forces that may be against you that you may not even realize. You know, so a lot of people will look at me and say, all right, first of all, let me say this point. For instance, let me give some examples of like where I'm going with this. So, say the celebrities. A lot of the celebrities that have been taken out, you know, one thing that explains away their deaths many times is social media, their posts. You know what I mean? I don't know that much about these stories because I don't follow them too hard. But I remember there was one rapper who they said, you know, he posted his money on there. Yeah, or somebody else posted their location or their address or something like that. You know, like different things like that. And they come take them bulls out, and now they got a perfect excuse, like, you know, and be sure. And you know, I'm not saying I don't know the details of them story, but I'm just saying this is how things can work, and this is one of the reasons why that tool was created, and that you have to be smart the way you move and what you put on there that can later be used as a tool to make an excuse for anything. Charges against you, your death. You have some of these events that take place to where they turn around and pin it on somebody and say, this is the person who, you know, say for instance, this is the shooter. This is the shooter who did this shooting. Boom. Let's go to his post. Right there on his social media, he said this, that, and this, and that, and this. And then bam. Nobody questions it any further. They be like, oh yeah, he sure did do that. Look what he said. Oh, he crazy. Oh, look what he said about this. You know what I mean? When that tool was used to back up a story, and it just give them something to tie it up in a bow, put it out there, boom, everybody rock to sleep, done, case closed, right? So that's what I mean in terms of being careful with how you move on social media. Anything you put out there, know that it could be used as a tool. And I'm putting this out here right now on my behalf. And I know this is what I was going to say earlier. I know some may say, girl, bye. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody. Why would you like, because that's how people look at themselves. You know, people look at themselves as, I'm not even somebody who anybody would be trying to get rid of on some type of mass conspiracy and da-da-da-da. You conspiracy theorist, or, you know, things like that. I don't look at it that way because I know who I am, okay? I know who I am, and I'm more than meets the eye. And best believe those who are very important in this world know who I am as well. Yeah, I know y'all do, okay? So I'm putting this out here, let it be known. Now, there are ways that you could be reckless in the way that you go about using social media, putting your personal information out there. You know, for instance, I'm cautious with that. You know, I'm very cautious with that. It's not the things I don't say or the things I don't confirm on here. It's not because I have something to hide or because I'm shamed or I don't want to tell this or I don't want to tell that. You know, I'm just not putting ammunition out there. You know what I mean? Because next thing you know, and okay, because it ain't speaking this into existence. But hypothetically, I'm going to give you an example. And we're not talking about me, because I ain't putting that out there like that. But say there was a woman, and she was on social media, and she was putting out there certain things. Like, say she put her name out there. Say she put her birth date out there, her age out there. Say she put the area that she lives in out there, you know, something like that. Doesn't that give a perfect opportunity for later on when something happens to said woman that some crazy stalker came on there, got her information from there, that's how they found her, and that's how they took her out, okay? That type of stuff. So I've always been a person that I look at the worst case scenario, the worst case possible scenario that can happen, and I plan from there. If it doesn't happen, boom, that's a bonus. Yes, good. Worst case scenario ain't happening, everything all good, let's go. But I prepare for the worst case scenario. And I think about, what if, what if somebody tried to do this? What if that person tried to do that? When I'm out in public and things like that, that's how I move, that's how I drive, that's how I pay attention like that. So that's what I want to share is be cautious with your use of social media. Do not put ammunition out here for that so that later can be used to wrap you up, to tie it up with a bow, to close the case, to back up a case of something that may not be. But you gave it ammunition to make it seem as though that was what it was. Okay? I gotta go. All right, y'all. Love y'all. And I'll be back soon. Now, I'm not going to do like last time. All right? Peace.